Hi everyone. So the strategy that I chose was the integrated curriculum projects. And I chose this strategy because I remembered the stuff we're going through with the PBL classes that we're taking, and I just thought I love this concept of everybody getting to learn through doing a project. Like, it's the funnest thing ever. So the rationale is, of course, what a fun way to learn, to be able to get hands-on, get to work with your friends, and get to do something that's gonna be involving your community, your school, making a change. So the other rationale is it brings awareness to real-world problems, so students will be aware of the things that are going on, and they can maybe try to find solutions and help out in their communities and fix things that they see that aren't working. And so another rationale, it helps with collaboration skills. It helps with public speaking skills, and it also helps with their creativity skills because they have to think outside the box. They can't just do anything, and that doesn't. It has to be creative. It's coming from them. They're the ones that are going to be choosing, helping choose the projects that we do and stuff like that. So the ELA standard that I found was standard 5 for grades 6 through 8, and it says an ELL can conduct research and evaluate, communicate finding to answer questions or solve problems. So I think it went really well with this strategy because students are going to have to solve problems and they're going to have to communicate and find information so that they can do their projects. And here I have pictures of the project that I did for my lesson plan. So what students had to do was conduct a research and conduct a statistical question and make a graph, and then they had to make their project. So their statistical question was, how can we change our school lunch one day out of the week to be pizza, or what their favorite foods would be and what they would change it to. And so this project had them going out and finding out information from other students, what kind of food. So the resources I used were obviously the classes that we've been taking. We've been learning about PBL, project-based learning, and we're learning about how to integrate it into our classes and our lesson plans. And I've also used the 50 Strategies for Teaching English Language Learners book. And then the pages I used were 246 through 251, and it was chapter 40. My strategy was in that chapter. And the steps that you take for doing a integrated curriculum projects. First, you have to identify an authentic project opportunity. So you're thinking about doing something, and you have to be thinking of how you can make a project out of it. And the second step would be relate the project to grade level Common Core standards and ELP standards. So always be thinking about how you can incorporate the standards into your project, because it's important that they're learning certain things, that the certain standards that are appropriate for their grade level. And so number 3 is identify the class goals. So what's going to come out of this? How are they going to, what things do they need to do so that they can accomplish this project? And 4, establish working groups. So this is a really important one for ELA learners. This is a good time to be able to group them with someone who's really strong in the English language. And that's how you would go about grouping students so that they can help each other in the groups. You can use what you know about each of the students and use it for your advantage to make the groups. And then number 5 is integrate learning. So making sure that at all times while they're doing the project, they're learning about certain things about the project. So they're always doing research, giving them enough time to study and figure out why they're doing the project and what it's going to help them in the future for. And number 6 is integrate assessment to ensure effective instruction. So it's always important to assess students just so that you know that they're actually learning the material and not just going along with whatever everybody else is saying. So throughout the project, you know, every day you can assess students by watching them, asking them questions, and you can also have them assess each other at the end of the project. Have each of the group members assess the whole group as a whole and see how each of them thought they did, or what they could do better, or how they could have helped better. And then for extensions, students can write a persuasive paper for their projects. I think that would be really helpful if they're doing a project on changing something from their school or their community, or they have to write a paper to persuade the person that they're going to be giving the pitch to. And then students can also make a prototype of their project, or in my particular project, students can create a snack bar menu option as well as a lunch menu option. And then the reflection, I would use this in my classroom, honestly, as many times as I could, because I think it's such a great way to teach students materials and for them to understand how they'll be useful to them, and how what they're learning is so important that they'll want to use it, and I think it's just a really good way to get the students' attention, get them happy, excited about learning. Thank you.